Alright, so we got a communist fun fact for you here. Each Cuban citizen only gets 10 eggs per month, but each Airbnb you stay at gives you 2 eggs per morning. Alright, we're going to get some Wi-Fi, then we're going to head over to the beach, take 2 at the beach. Ooh, maybe we should explain how Wi-Fi works. You need to buy one of these cards. Gives you access for 1 hour. It costs anywhere from $2 to $4.50 US for that 1 hour of access. Yep. And after you've signed in, the clock starts, and at the end of the hour, you get disconnected. And obviously, the hotspots are very limited, and the access itself, like I tried to log into PayPal, no. There's very limited websites available. Surprisingly enough, you can upload a video to YouTube from Cuba, so it costs about $9 an upload. ¿Cómo? 30. No, 30. Bueno, 25. Pagamos 10 nomás. 10. Sí. Aguanabo. ¿Aguanabo? Sí. Ahora 10, no más.
10. Nadie lo va a llevar a Guanabo por nadie. Guanabo, ¿sabes cuántos kilómetros hay de aquí a Guanabo? 35 kilómetros.
No.
35 kilómetros de aquí a
Guanabo. Tenemos un amigo que dice 12. Is this a taxi? ¿Para 10?
Santa María.
¿A Guanabo?
No, a Guanabo no.
Santa María.
Vamos más lejos.
No.
Santa María.
Queremos, vamos a...
Bueno, vamos a Guanabo, son 20 a Guanabo.
¿No te jodas más?
No.
Que haya 15 menos, no le pongo.
No, todo bien. Tranquilo. And chill. You down to sit in front of them and make small talk about the car? Take this. ¿Qué tipo de carro es eso?
Ford Taunus.
¿Qué?
Ford Taunus.
Ford Taunus?
De Germany.
De Germany. De Alemania.
De Alemania.
Bueno. ¿Cuántos años tienen este?
Fabricado en el año 59. 59.
59.
De 59 hasta acá.
Una habitación para los dos, con 2 camas. Pero solamente somos hermanos. No son novios.
No. Yo pensé que eran gay.
No. We've made it to a Casa Particular in Guanabo? Guanabo, yeah, near Playa del Mar? No. Azul del Mar? Mar Azul. Mar Azul. It's close. It's close. You know what it means? Blue Ocean? Nice. So, yeah, we made it to Mar Azul, Guanabo, and we've got a nice Casa Particular here. Super fancy. Our cool taxi driver that we have about 26 minutes of footage from, that guy was really cool. Brought us to like one Casa Particular, didn't work out. Brought us to another one, didn't work out. Went to another one, didn't work out. And then brought us to this one and walked around like the cul-de-sac. Yeah, like he drove whistling us all at people. Over town trying to find us a casa. He's like, I might know somebody. He didn't. He just drove around until he found somebody. He knew somebody who told him about another place that told him about another place that he was able to whistle loud enough that somebody came out and told him about another place that didn't have a sign. Right. So we came to this place, which is beautiful. It's beautiful here. And the best part of it is the lady said, she looked at our bags and said, you look like travelers, how much do you want to pay? We're like, 20? 20? She's like, yeah. Our last stay in Havana was $35 a night. Oh, you might notice there's only one bed in here, but they're gonna bring in a mattress, a little mattress floor pad type thing, or do something with it. They're gonna figure it out. Yeah, while we're not too worried about it. We told them they could put something on the floor, like a mattress on the floor, and they were like, "You can't sleep on the floor. That's terrible." I was like, no, it's fine. And she's like, we'll figure it out by the time you get back. Vamos a la playa. Ciao. Nos vemos. So Lucas and I have been staying in Casa Particulars. It's a homestay, yeah. Pretty much just somebody's house that they rent out on an Airbnb, and but they're authorized by the government. So there's a ton of legal Casa Particulars, and they have a sign out in front of them. The tourism type websites I was looking at while planning this trip are, I don't know, that planning might be a bit of an overstatement. While I was buying my plane tickets, oh nice, nice. Anyways, while I was planning or buying my plane tickets for this trip, I did some research, and a lot of people were saying homestays, Casa Particulars are the way to go. So that's what we've been doing. The hotels here are incredibly touristic, which Lucas and I hate. I mean, it's just full of international travelers not totally experiencing Cuban lifestyle. Not at all. Not at all experienced. It's just like a fancy hotel in the United States. But they're like $300 US a night. Some of these. Some are even more, like $400 or $600. Mm-hmm. And a Casa Particular will cost you anywhere from about $15 to $40 US for a night. So that's what a Casa Particular is. That's how you should travel while you're in Cuba. But the other thing I was reading is to make sure that they have the government sanctioned sign out in front of them, because it's illegal for Cuban residents to host tourists without having that sign displayed in front of the house. When our cabbie brought us into town and was trying to help us find a house, we had one resident offer us a room in a house that didn't have the legally sanctioned sign. She spoke in really quick Spanish, but I think she pretty much said, like, I have a Casa Particular over there. She did, yeah. It was upstairs, there was a sign, but not the room she was trying to get us to stay in. And so she was pretty much saying, like, it's safe, I am a Casa Particular owner, right, and I have one, but we were like, no, you don't have the sign on this one, we're gonna look for another place. Yeah, because regardless of how safe it is or how legit the owner is, if the police were to see us coming out of a house that doesn't have that sign, she could get in serious trouble, and maybe we could. There might be repercussions for us. Who knows? But it's not really a situation that we were looking to encounter. She was down for it, though. She was down to make 20 quick bucks. And yep. This beach is beautiful. I'm so glad we got out of Havana, which was nice. It's nice in its own way, but man, it's a lot. It's a little sensory overload, if you could imagine. People running around offering you things, cars, trying to dodge traffic, and smells. Lots of smells. I did have one commenter ask how the streets and stores are different from in the United States. I'll go into that a little bit. So the streets are dirty. You know, there's lots of stray dogs, so there's poo and watch your shit. Some people's like wastewater from their house runs out into the street. There's a lot of construction in the streets. It seems like the government will just start digging up a street and then never really put it back together. They're actually pretty well marked. I've been in countries that the streets were marked even more poorly than this. And when I say pretty well, I mean some streets will have a spray painted street name on the side of a building, but at least you know which street it is. It's not as well marked as Ecuador, and it's definitely not as clean. Right, I agree. But Ecuador had the same things of like some construction, some dog poop. But there's a lot more smells going on here, a lot more trash in the streets. The stores are interesting. So because Havana is so tourist based, you'll have stores that are clearly intended for travelers, tourists, gringos, and all of their price will be in CUC, the tourist currency. And then you have shops where locals are shopping, and their prices will be in CUP. And the conversion rate is 1 to 25. It's a pretty big price difference, and so you have to try and understand. A lot of times it won't be marked. It'll just have the price. Now decide, is this a $25 beer or a $1 beer? Which we've gotten pretty good at, but at first it was a little bit challenging, especially for smaller stuff like food. We went into a place that had an $8 hamburger on our first day, and that was actually an 8 peso hamburger, which converts to something like 25 or 30 cents. The other thing that we noticed about like the supermarkets that are for Cuban nationals are very limited on what they sell. We were in one the other day that sold basically oil, water, and rum. It had like soap and a couple other toiletry things behind the counter. Some toiletries. But like as far as food went, it was oil and rum. And water. That was it. That's actually seems to be pretty common. A lot of their food is provided in rations, like the egg situation. So anyways, that's a little bit about Cuban stores. And then another thing, traveling as a tourist in Cuba, you have to be careful about getting your currency back in the correct denomination. You know, you might go somewhere and pay in pesos or pay in CUC and have them try to return your change in peso, which is obviously much less valuable, 25 times less valuable. Hola. We're here looking for some local beach food. I got a muffin. You want a muffin?
Ew, dude.
How about an orange, James? You feeling orange?
You got an orange? Oh, dude, how am I gonna slice that open?
How are you gonna slice that open, James? I'm sure we can find you one.
Oh, perfect. You got the tiller?
Oh, like that?
There you go.
You point the direction you want to go?
I think so. Oh, opposite.
Woo! Woo! Whoa! Careful. Go ahead. I think I found the problem, James. Yeah, super loose. Way too rusty to tighten.
What an afternoon, dude.
Oh my god, it's been a great trip.
But details aren't imperative. What matters is the way it ends. And they've got 16 mutual friends. It's not animal spirits. And it's not heartfelt lyrics. Put them together and you can hear it. Song everyone knows. This is not animal spirits. And it's not heartfelt lyrics. Put them together.
In general, I would say most people are very honest and open to talking about Cuba and their situation. They're very aware of the differences between their country and other countries. And they love their country, but they do say that the government is not great. Overall, a very loving people and a beautiful country, but it definitely has some political issues.
You can hear it. Where the story goes. Now everyone seems unaware that these two are a destined pair.
Ah, James, you still hungry? I got Cuban Pringles.
Oh, perfect.
Pass them over.